Warning, this is not intended for one hater, but all haters. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters make me famous. Haters.
Call it my battleground. I'm on that center stage where suckers be talking that, but not to my face. Making major moves while them haters prove nothing no harder you shine. You know them haters come by the dozen. All them haters that be talking about us, they be hating on our grind, cause you know we coming up. We be spending all the time on these rhymes and the clubs. You can't steal my shine, cause I'm prime, never mind. Cause fame and fortune be the only notion for them haters. Do many years in the game, so you know I paid my dues. No need for the fame, I'm taking names, so I know. And when Moshe blows up, I'm emailing all them.
Haters make me famous.
What the haters know about that Moshe music? Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I do this 25/8 pain and sweat on these tracks, haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I have no dinner table, but my studio is the kitchen. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I got a degree on my wall, so it says I know what I'm doing. Haters.
Haters.
I dust off them haters, and then I take a pause. It's a shame that this game got us all so involved. They flapping their jaws, and they grinding their teeth. Everybody fighting for the microphone on my beats. See my and my word is all I have. Call me Tony Montana on this label that I have. Having anger towards everyone, reaching success. Haters coming, and I'll be their number one prospect. I work real hard, it gains some respect. 24 hours on the beats and the internet. We fighting like some dogs, showing flaws with no regrets. While we fighting for the same bone on this conquest. Man march occupies my mind frame. Yes, one man army with the heart of a terrorist. In my scope, I can see them haters running. No need to pull the trigger, cause I'm aiming for the sky, cousin.
Haters make me famous.
No need to lie my tracks, man, cause you know I'm the truth. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
Yeah, I'ma wipe off this out the do-rag. So what? Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
I'm a self-taught fool with knowledge. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I don't give what all y'all think. For real. Haters.
Haters.
I don't take them back seats, I take the front row. If you're on my team, then you're sitting next to me. So loyal to the game, like my wifey and she show. No, I'm headed for the top, so no need for these side shows. My mic blows truth while them fools making up. My beats be my bullets, fully automatic, spitting blood. In their eyes, I can tell that they hate me while I'm blowing up on the internet. Faithfully, I got the upper hand, man. My fam got faith in me. I'm solid like a rock with my hip hop family. From the 425 through the streets of Miami, with them deuces up, man. I'm ready for the Grammys. My life be so sweet, yes it's sweet like some candy. So what's my lap? Them haters that can't stand me. I'm a warrior when it comes to this shit. Haters made me famous at
Moshe music. Haters make me famous.
I've been out on these streets since I was 15 and still pushing. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
I'm a one-man army. Shit, huh? Haters.
Haters. Haters make me famous.
Go ahead and Facebook your mama and cry. Haters.
Haters make me famous.
And remember, haters, you made me famous.
Haters. 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 Haters make me famous.
Do you have a gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. This message is sponsored by DGS, the Degenerative Gambling Society, aka Cat Nation Live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome, Cap Nation Live on this beautiful and blessed hump day, Wednesday, the 18th of December. What is going on, everybody? Welcome. I have no live chat up, so I don't know if you're here or not. Mr. Watson, good morning. Raymond, good morning. Guys, not very lively in the live chat today. If you want to have a chance to win a package today, you better get lively in the chat. Congrats to everybody on the soccer game of the week. That was scary with PSG's goalie going down. Woo! But they came back with a 4-2 victory there. Congrats to absolutely every single one of you that hammered and pounded the snot out of yet again another winning soccer guaranteed game of the week. That was a nice winner. So again, what a way to start the day, and congrats to all of you. It's gonna be a good day. We got James Madison in Western Kentucky going on right now. Looking to make today a good day. I mean, we're already starting out on a big note with the soccer game of the week winning. What is this? Oh, reading an email. Where's that from? All righty. Who's ready for a good day today? Chad, what's going on? Not a very lively chat. So if you're in here, post up where you're from, city, state, say hello. Don't be a stranger. Real Madrid getting the job done today. Ronald, my brother from another mother, I'm feeling fantastic. So, got off the live show, got home, shit my brains out, and boom. I think I just needed to eat what I ate at the golf course. Had some homemade fried rolled tacos, and apparently they didn't sit very well with me. So, got them out of the way, and was like literally instantly back to life. Was instantly back to life, and was rocking and rolling. Yet JMU missing that field goal. Western Kentucky dropping that pass right there on that deep route. A game changer of a route right there. And he had it in his fingers. I'm not sure why there wasn't a flag called, because the defender was never how there's no flag called on that one? The defender didn't play the ball, didn't even look for the ball, ran straight through him. Wow. That's the big boy shit, right? Man, that shit made me feel horrible. I got off, I was lightheaded, I felt horrible, and was better immediately. Anthony, what's going on? There we go. Western Kentucky first down. Near midfield. See some points in this game. Let's see some points in this game. I mean, I'd love to see JMU blow them out. But as long as they win by 7 and the game goes over, that's all that matters. So much football left. So much football in this game left. It's been a busy day. Soccer game of the week was a big win. That was fun. Went and did some Christmas shopping for the little one. Got that, not everything done, but got some done. Went and got my golf clubs regripped. Yep, I splurged. We got the clubs regripped. Can't wait to play. Now we're here for the live show. Ronald, thanks for double dipping today, getting on board not only premium plays, but my personal plays. Jeff jumping on board premium plays. Anthony coming back for my personal plays. Glad to have you on board. Lawrence Linder jumping on board premium plays. And Jeff double dipping there. Trevor double dipping premium and personals. Giovanni double dipping as well. Double dipping has been paying well. Double dipping has people, if you've double dipped since Monday and Tuesday, you are a combined 12-2. If you're double dipping on premium plays and my personal plays since Monday and Tuesday, you are 12-2. Not bad if you ask me. Could be better. We could be 14-0, but hey, we'll take the 12-2. We'll take the 12-2 and call it easy. Look, there's a little option route there. Oh, they never work. They always go -8 yards. Going to be 3rd and 2 now. Chad, personal plays start? No. Premium plays have not. Well, one premium play has started. One premium has started, but my personal plays have not started yet. First one is not until 8 p.m. Eastern time. So my first personal play is not until 8 p.m. Eastern time. You got an hour and 23 minutes before my first personal play starts. How is that? No flag on that play? Wow, I'm kind of surprised. Live show yesterday. You got these two. That's 2-0 from the live show yesterday. Ching right there. Little ching from the live show yesterday. How about that second quarter over yesterday? Over 17.5. I think we got to 38 points. This punt right here. Flipping the field. JMU will have it at what? I think the 15 or 16 yard line. Ronald, you did say it yesterday that it pays to double dip. And if you're double dipping, you're 12-2 in the last couple of days. Not too shabby if you ask me. Not too shabby if you ask me. I know. Ready for a fun day. The bowl package is underway. And still plenty of time to get on the bowl package. I don't know the official cutoff date, but I believe it's going to be Saturday. So if you're not on the bowl package by Saturday, you're going to miss out. Anthony delivering the goods. Drive safe when you're delivering. What's going on, Daryl? I don't have anything on that game yet. And I've taken a quick little gander in it, but I haven't done my in-depth, die-hard due diligence, so to speak. Should be a good game, though. Broncos and the Chargers. Am I alive in fantasy? No. Nope. Myers fucking knocked me out with that late score in that Oakland game. Jesus double dipping. Glad to have you on board for both personal and premium plays today. Stacy jumping on board premium plays. Glad to have you on board. Todd as well on my personal plays. Don't forget that FC group. They dropped, I think, 3 college basketball games. All college basketball card today. Which should be great. Just gandering at some things. Did we fucking with Judy? Yeah, we did. We did. Judy versus Lamb. I had 80 points on the bench over 3 players. Do I think? I was at the Cardinals game last weekend. They played great. I was there at the game. I've debated going their next home game, too. I actually had fun when they play the Niners in 2 weeks. But can they beat the Panthers? Yeah, they can beat the Panthers. Do they cover a 5-point spread against Bryce Young and the Panthers? Definitely not going to rule on that one just yet. I got to dive into it. I haven't looked at any injury reports for those teams yet. Budda Baker just got a big contract extension today. I did see that. I did see that. There we go. JMU moving the ball. That live second quarter total is at 13.5. Just saying. The second quarter live total is 13.5. And we need points. With 4.5 to go. I ain't going to lie to you. I just live bet the over 13.5 minus $1.30. So there you guys go. There, we can call that the members only right there. We can call that one the members only right there. I'm going to post a copy of it on the screen. Over 13.5. That's got to be a flag. How have they not called that? I want to watch that replay again. Weird. Huh. We got a big 2nd and 10 coming up. Yeah, we got half. We got half. There we go. I did bet that one. Let's go. Chef, isn't that a flag? There was another one that JMU had on Western Kentucky. Defenders have been able to just tackle running straight forward and not look back. Daryl Turner, would you fade the Bucks next game after winning the NBA Cup? I'd have to look at the game. I wouldn't fade them just because they won the NBA Cup. I'd have to look at the game, look at the line, look at injury reports, look at the opposing team. I haven't even looked to see who the Bucks are playing on their first game back after winning the NBA Cup. Yeah, Joe, that's 2 they missed. 2 big ones, too. 2 big ones. But yeah, I wouldn't just necessarily fade them because they won. I'd have to break it down and look at a normal game. You know? Does that make sense? Big LA Bowl game tonight between Cal and UNLV. Malik Williams and his 26 touchdowns. Woo! That should be a good game. I'm surprised they got such an early bowl game in the season, but at least they got prime time for tonight. For there only being 2 bowl games today, at least Cal and UNLV got prime time. Bucks came through. Oh, of course they did. That they did. Run it up the middle on 3rd and 6. Unless they're planning on going for it on 4th down, I don't like that call. From their own side of the field with 3:30 to go. And they're not. I don't like that call. 3rd and 6 and you run it up the gut. Just so you could punt it away. That's such a gutsy play call. Weird. I got some work to do to cash that over 13.5 that I just fired on. This game should definitely be a lot higher scoring than what we're seeing right now. That is for sure. All right, Jesus jumping on board and triple dipping. Jumping on board the FC Group's plays as well. Let's make today a good day. Gonna jump into it. Take a look at some college hoops for you guys. The hiccups. Take a look at some college hoops, see what kind of damage we can create. For today. Not going to be live for too long. I do have my daughter today and tomorrow. Big play by Western Kentucky to get across midfield. Veldkamp right there. Getting the team down the field. That penalty will be declined because it was a first down by Western Kentucky. Tomorrow's live show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, just so you guys know. Tomorrow's live show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. All righty. First game that we're going to take a look at in college basketball is going to be the Youngstown State and Wright State game. Taking place there at the Nutter Center. They're in Dayton, Ohio. Hope Court ranking score 3.1 makes it the 136th toughest place to play. Wright State at home. Pop up the live odds for this one. It is one of your 7 p.m. Eastern time games. Wright State laying 7 minus $1.14. I've seen it 7 or 7.5. Total sitting at 143.5. I'm not a fan of this portal bullshit. I am not a fan of it. But I like it for our play. All right, so let's take a look. Youngstown State 6-5 on the year with wins over Chicago State, Monmouth, Bethany, West Virginia University, Robert Morris, Oakland, and Toledo, with losses to Ohio State, Syracuse, Presbyterian, Stephen F. Austin, and Western Michigan. Their last loss was on November 27th. Taking a look at Wright State. They are 7-5 on the year, 1-1 in conference play, with a conference loss to Oakland. They opened up conference play with a loss to Oakland in the Horizon League. They have 4 other losses to Kentucky, Toledo, Bradley, and South Florida. They've won 2 straight. They beat Detroit Mercy, which was a Horizon League conference game. They beat Marshall, which was a non-conference game. They just beat them on Wednesday, the 11th of December, and they beat them by 88-79. When you take a look at the side-by-side matchup, there is definitely an advantage when it comes to the offense of Wright State. For instance, their three-point shooting, they're hitting 39.4% from out deep, whereas Youngstown State is converting just 26.4% of all their three-point attempts. They're hitting 48.8% of all their two-point plays compared to the 55.6% for Wright State. They're a sub-70% free throw shooting team at 69.5% for Youngstown State. And Wright State, they're right there, top 1/3 Division I at just a hair under 74% free throw shooting. Height advantage, no real height advantage. It might be Youngstown State by a half inch, but nothing, no advantage. Average time of possession, both these teams are middle of the pack when it comes to how fast. It's not like Kentucky fast-paced offense, so you're not going to see them flying up and down the court. Under 2 to go on first, and they run it, and they get a couple of yards. 2 foul participation protocol, not an issue with any of these two teams. Both go to the bench for over 25% of their minutes played by bench personnel. Veldkamp goes deep, and he connects down to the 9-yard line, or it's going to be the 11. I got to say, I'm rooting for James Madison, but how could you root against number 0 of Western Kentucky, right? How can you root against number 0 of Western Kentucky? You just can't. You just can't. All right? Did you guys look at his name? Did you go and look at old number 0? K. Johnson? It's Kashawn, but K. Johnson? Wanted that to be a touchdown. Wanted that to be a touchdown. But how do you root against him? Just with the initials K. Johnson? He's got my vote. Give him a touchdown here, because we need to cash this one that's on the screen. Better get rid of it. And he chucks it out of the end zone. 3rd and goal? 3rd and 10 coming up. All right, so back to these two teams, Youngstown State and Wright State. It's Wright State or bust. It's Wright State or bust. And, guys, I like Wright State. FanDuel has them laying 7.5. And, if he didn't fucking overthrow him by a mile, that could have been a touchdown. Veldkamp, bad throw. Wright State laying 7.5. I like. I'm not betting it huge. I'm going to be betting it 260 to win, 250. There we go. He got a foot down. He got that foot down. Give him a touchdown. Now don't fuck up the extra point. Don't mess up this extra point because we want to cash a live wager. That was a nice little... What a pass by Veltkamp. And Smith getting that foot down. All right, so I'm betting to win $250 on Wright State laying 7.5. It's minus 104. It's not a huge wager, but it's going to be a winner. All right? But it's going to be a winner. All right, so just got that in there. And by the way, that starts in 5 minutes, so you better go bet it. All right, you better go bet it. Going to get that up on the screen for you guys to see. Extra point is good. If you followed and tailed the over 13.5, you just cashed a wager. Should have ching-ching. All right, so the Wright State wager is now up there. And as you can see, not a huge bet, but it's a bet. Dalvin Smith has 18 receptions for 278 yards, 5 receiving touchdowns, 1 passing attempt with 125-yard passing touchdown in 4 bowl games. Money man in the bowl games. Now we need JMU. We got 51 seconds. Would be nice to see JMU get something here, even if it's just 3 before the half. So plenty of football to go in that one. Plenty of football to go. Oh, it'd be great to see one more score somehow. Definitely help the over out. It would definitely help the over out. All right. All right. Moving along, some college hoops. By the way, my game of the week is on Friday. I meant to tell you guys that yesterday and I forgot. But my game of the week is on Friday this week. You know, it's probably a good thing he dropped that. He needs more than 7 yards and going down. I mean, they've got 2 timeouts, but they need chunk yards if they're going to put up any points before half. Henry, I agree that the kids should not be able to sit out, but at least we know when players are sitting out. At least it's not a surprise when somebody's in the portal. I don't get why you're going south of the sticks. You're just going to waste time. You're going to waste 20 seconds here in between plays. Yeah, they did. 20 seconds. Oh, and then they run the ball. I mean, I get the first down is going to stop the clock while they move the chains, but now you're down to 14 seconds. You've got 2 timeouts. You need fucking... Raymond, Wright State 6.5 on DraftKings. Very nice. Even better. Even better. I'm assuming you probably have some juice with it. Look at JMU coach. Why didn't he take the fucking timeout before? And why are you calling plays that are short of the sticks? Minus 110, that's a great line. That's a great line. All right, so back to college basketball. We're going to bounce to that high-profile game between Michigan and Oklahoma at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. At least they got 11 seconds left. Let's see. I mean, they need to pick up 30 yards. No, he's done. He just wasted. Go out of bounds. What a... You're either throwing a Hail Mary hoping for a penalty, or you're going to try and kick the longest field goal of your guys' life. They definitely missed a face mask right there. They're missing all kinds of flags in this. That defender had the quarterback's face mask. Big time. Completely ripped his face off. All right. Let me pop up all the information that we need for this game here. It's that wonderful time of year. Line on this game, Michigan laying 4.5 minus 102. Oklahoma plus 4.5. Money line on this minus 188 with a total of 148.5. Old Oklahoma undefeated 10-0 with wins over Lindenwood, Northwestern State, Stetson, East Texas A&M, bunch of gimme games to start out 4-0. And then they beat up Providence by 2. They beat Arizona by 5. They beat Louisville by 5. They beat Georgia Tech by 15. They beat Alcorn State in a gimme game, and they just beat Oklahoma State on a neutral site game by 15 points. Let's take a look at Michigan, who's 8-2 and coming off a 2-point loss to Arkansas on a neutral site game last Tuesday, the 10th. As soon as this JMU field goal is good. And it's blocked. I don't know why they're fighting over the ball. It don't really matter who's got it. It's called fucking halftime. It's not like there's going to be another play. It's halftime, ding-dongs. Get up. Go to your locker room. It's halftime. If the Western Kentucky player was smart, he wouldn't have dove on the ball. He would have tapped it forward, hoping that they can scoop and score it somehow. Not that I want Western Kentucky to score. What a disaster to the end. 6 missed points right there. But Michigan, 8-2. Their only 2 losses were to Wake Forest by 2 points and Arkansas by 2 points. They've got 2 losses, 4 points combined. They've got wins over Cleveland State, TCU, Miami of Ohio, Tarleton State, Virginia Tech, Xavier, Wisconsin, and Iowa. And then they lost to Arkansas of all teams, neutral site. This is a neutral site game today against Oklahoma. This is a neutral site game. It is not a home game for Michigan. All right, they are playing in Charlotte, North Carolina. They are at the Spectrum Center, okay? Just so you guys know. They're not there at the Chrysler Center, just so you guys know, up in Ann Arbor. They're not there. Dusty May and the Wolverines going to be looking to get back in the win column with a huge win over Oklahoma. When you look at their offenses and you look at their defenses, offenses, believe it or not, they're 39th and 40th in our system. Based on adjusted efficiencies and all that good numbers, they are 39th and they are the 40th offenses, with Oklahoma being 39, Michigan being 40th. When you look at defenses, Michigan is a top 15 college basketball defense in our system. Oklahoma, not far off at 55. Let's take a look at Oklahoma on offense. First of all, pace of play. Michigan is the 10th fastest team. Oklahoma the 78th. Michigan averaging 15.1 seconds per possession. Oklahoma just a tad slower at at 16.3. Shooting from the field, 58%, which is the 15th best in Division I for Michigan, compared to the 56.1% from the field for Oklahoma. Three-ball shooting, Oklahoma hitting down 36.4% of all their three-point attempts compared to the 35.9% for Michigan. Very similar numbers. When you look at converting all those two-point plays, every jump shot, layup, dunk, Oklahoma converting 57.5%, 61 for Michigan. They are the 7th best at that stat. But where Oklahoma has a major advantage is the charity stripe. Oklahoma is a top 20 free throw shooting team, knocking down 78.9% of all their free throws. They are a smidge under 80%, whereas Michigan is straight train wreck at a smidge under 68%, 67.9% free throw shooting, which can get Michigan in trouble. They rely on the free throw for 16% of their total points. Thank you, Lord, for them anyways. But free throws can definitely put a little kink in their plan. They went 61% against Arkansas. They had 18 opportunities. They made 11. They lost by 2. They were a 61% free throw shooting team in their loss. In their game against Wake Forest. In the game against Wake Forest, they weren't that bad. They went 12 of 15. They went 80%, right? But their last loss, free throws. Free throws, turnovers, the whole works. But major advantage for Oklahoma from the free throw line. If Michigan stays off of it, then may not be that big of an advantage. So going down the stretch, if Oklahoma's down and they're fouling Michigan, they might be able to backdoor their way into this one because Michigan is just an absolute disaster lately from the free throw line. Height advantage, big one for Michigan, over nearly 2 full inches. Both go to the bench for over 31% of the total minutes played. 2 foul participation, not a huge factor at 8.5 or 17.5%. The 17.5% for Michigan is not going to be a major advantage one way or another. As far as this game goes, don't have a dollar on it, but I do like Michigan. I don't like the 188 juice, but I like them winning by 1. I can see this game being backdoored by Oklahoma at the very last, in the last minute of play when they're down. And if it goes to free throw shooting, I don't like Michigan. And if Michigan don't blow them out, I don't like taking the point. So if I'm not betting this, but if I was betting it, it would be on Michigan money line. I would lay the 188, and again, I don't have a dollar on this game. But if I was going to, I would lay the juice. I would lay the lumber on the money line because I don't like Michigan on the spread in this game. Next up on the docket. We're going to take a look at the VCU and New Mexico game. You guys know VCU is very partial. We're very partial to VCU. We've made some solid money over the years betting on VCU as well as fading the Lobos. This is another 9 p.m. game. I'll get everything up and running for this one. But VCU on the road catching 4.5. The Lobos of New Mexico laying 4.5. Total high at 151.5. The VCU Rams, Ryan Odom and his Rams are 9-2, guys. Let's take a look at their losses. They lost to Seton Hall by 3 in overtime back on November 21st. And they lost the very next day, November 22nd, both neutral site games in Nevada. They lost by 3. They've got 2 losses with a combined 6 points, and one of them is an overtime loss. Their wins, Bellarmine, Boston College, Merrimack, Loyola, Maryland. They beat Miami of Florida by 7 on a neutral site game. Elizabeth City State College, they beat, which was a gimme game. Couldn't even bet on that one. They beat Georgia Southern, they beat Penn, and they most recently beat Colorado State in a neutral site game. They travel to New Mexico, which down there in the pit, guys, for the Lobos is not an easy place to play. Richard Pitino and his Lobos definitely have a tough place to play. Their home court advantage, if you guys don't know about playing there at, in the pit, first of all, it holds 15,411. So it's actually the 22nd largest arena for college basketball. But its home court ranking is 4.3. Legit, it makes it the 4th toughest place to play in all of college basketball. The pit is not an easy place to play. If you guys have never been been to a game at the pit, I definitely recommend, if you're traveling through Albuquerque, go to the pit and watch a Lobos game at home, because it's definitely an experience. Home court advantage, you got to give them at least 4.5, 5 points for being at home, but they're laying 4.5. So if you're giving them, if you're getting 4.5 or 5 point advantage for being at home, and you're only laying 4.5, really means on a neutral site game you'd probably be a dog. A dog at best, a half to a 1 point dog at best. VCU's the better team. Plain and simple. Sorry, Lobos fans. And let's talk about the Lobos. They're off to a hot start. They're 8-3. They're 1-0 in conference play. They opened up conference play on December 4th with a win over San Jose State. They beat them by 6, but they've got wins over Nichols. They even beat the Bruins in the beginning of the year on a neutral site game on November 8th. They beat the Bruins by 8, which actually shocked me. They beat Texas A&M, Corpus Christi. They beat Grambling State. They beat Texas Southern. And they didn't just beat the Bruins. They beat my Trojans as well. They beat them by 10 on a neutral site game. They beat San Jose State. Like I said, they did lose to New Mexico State in overtime, in-state rival there, and they just came off a gimme game over Western New Mexico, where they put up 122 points to 70. Joseph says a lot of first half wins with VCU. We cashed on VCU first half a bazillion times. And as much as I like VCU and I say they should be the better team, I'm highly impressed with the Lobos this year. They've already got big wins to their credit. I mean, not only did they beat UCLA, but they backed it up and they beat USC. Both of those games were neutral site games. They did lose to New Mexico State at home. They're in the pit, so they have lost at home. And as much as I want to say, take the VCU Rams, I don't think the VCU Rams is the play. I don't. I think the line on this one is literally as close to perfect as possible. VCU should win. If you took it out of Albuquerque and you put it at, on a neutral site game, VCU wins. But at 4.5 points, I think it's primed just right for me to literally say, no, thank you. Have a nice day. I'm going to pass, right? I think the total on this one is absolutely perfect at 151.5 points. I think it gets right there. I think it gets within 2 points of either direction of it. From 149 to 153.5, somewhere right around there is where I've got the total on this one. So again, for me, it's a stay away. Plain and simple, another stay away on this game. But if you forced me to bet it, I'd probably take the plus 4.5 because I think it's going to be a close game. But playing in the pit and going against New Mexico that already beat USC, they already beat the UCLA Bruins, which is not saying much, but both of those teams are great recruiting programs, and New Mexico played them tough. So, again, this one, stay away from me. William, what's going on, man? As far as the Cal and UNLV game, you guys already know what I'm on the side. If you want to know the total, you got to get on board. It's one of my personal plays for today. One of the personal plays for today is the total. So if you want to know what I'm on the total, you got to get on board. It's only $10 for the day. You can get all of my personal plays. First one does not start for 45 minutes. First personal play starts in 45 minutes. So if you're not on board, go get on board and you can get the total for that college football game tonight. But again, you guys already know what I'm on the side, and if you don't, then you didn't watch the daily free play video. Big shout out to Les for guessing what the closest without going over for my golf yesterday. I played like shit. Short game and putting was off. Driver and irons were just great yesterday. Short game and putting, I couldn't get them to drop. They were lipping out yesterday, but I shot a 97 and he guessed 95, so he was the big winner for that guess contest. This was a winner, so we can lower that and put that over here. That's already done. That's already a winner. It is halftime for the JMU game. This game that we already gave out for you guys is already underway. And by the way, Wright State is up 23-17 halfway through the first. So we've got a little lead. Hopefully they can extend it and go on a big run for us because Wright State should dominate that game. So hopefully it all comes true and hopefully they dominate for us. But that is what I have for today. I will say later on tonight, I do like, I do like Washington super late tonight against Washington State, college basketball that is. But if I was going to bet it, it would be a money line play on Washington. And again, I don't have $1 on that college basketball game. But if I did, it would probably be a Washington money line minus $1.50. They're laying 2.5 minus $1.15. So if I was going to do anything, I'd probably take them on the money line. But again, I do like Washington later on tonight. So tomorrow we get college football and the NFL tomorrow. We get the Broncos and the Chargers tomorrow. And we also get the New Orleans Bowl tomorrow between Georgia Southern and Sam Houston. That should be a good one right there. That should be an action-packed game with Georgia Southern the favorite there. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, but it should be a good game. Since when do we get to talk about Sam Houston State being in a bowl game, right? Boy, where has time came. All right, folks. I am going to get out of here. Got my little one at home waiting for me with the sitter, so I'm going to head back there. And we will be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific tomorrow. We will be live. Unless you guys want an early show. Do you want an early or do you want a late show tomorrow? Which one do you want? Do you want the noon Eastern or the 6? I'm going to let the people here choose. We will let you guys choose for tomorrow. I mean, and if only one person says something, then that's what we'll do. I mean, there are a couple early. Well, you won't be able to bet on them, but I mean, there's a 5 p.m. Eastern time game on Alabama State, Norfolk State. There is some early college basketball, but the first 3 said early, so the first 3 get it. We will be live tomorrow at. That's what happens around here. The quick ones go. We'll knock it out of the way early tomorrow. Friday's live show will not be early, so we will take a live look ahead at that first bowl game tomorrow, or excuse me, that first bowl game on Friday. We will go over, and remind me if I forget tomorrow, we will go over the Ohio and Jacksonville State, the Cure Bowl game. We will do that tomorrow because I will not be live at 10 o'clock in the morning, or it starts at 10 my time, but we will not be live at noon Eastern unless it's from the golf cart, which you never know. We've never done the live show from the golf cart, so it's definitely a possibility. Maybe we'll do a live show from the golf cart tomorrow. Or Friday, that is. Could be fun. All right. I'm going to get out of here. Again, wager responsibly, guys. And let's go JMU. Let's go over. Let's cash that over. We got a work cut out for us. We got a ways to go now for that over. With only 21 first half points and JMU missing 2 field goals. So good luck and let's have some fun. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. You're welcome, Raymond. Noon Eastern. Noon Eastern, 9 Pacific tomorrow. Raymond, why late Friday? I have a tea time. I have a tea time on Friday, and yes, I also have the hot date Friday evening too. Same one. Same one. But that's not until after the live show. All right, guys, I'm out, and we'll see you guys at noon.